All right, we're able to share with you now. We have been able to access images of the Delhi rape accused. Remember, a senior officer of the DCW allegedly raped his friend's 14-year-old girl over several months. The girl reported that she actually suffered severe anxiety, stopped going to school. A case has been registered under the POCSO Act. Questions have been raised over what is being called the head of DCW's oblivion. Now, remember, this is a senior government official in the Delhi government's Women and Child Development Department who is now facing a case of child abuse for allegedly raping his friend's 14-year-old daughter over several months. Police have registered an FIR against the senior official under several sections of the Indian Penal Code and the more stringent POCSO Act to check child abuse cases. Now, the official's wife, it's important to point out, has also been charged in the case for allegedly aiding him in the child abuse, because the victim said that it was the official and the official's wife who helped the victim get an abortion. Whether or not that victim actually wanted the abortion is unclear, but it is very clear that the perpetrator's wife actually aided in the medical part of the process. Now, we've learned that the girl is a class 12 student. She lost her own father in 2020, after which the accused brought her to his home. Now, my colleague Anshul is with us to bring us a lot more context. Anshul, a heartbreaking story that we brought our audiences late yesterday, early today, with some truly shocking details, perhaps the most heartbreaking of which is that this person was reportedly an official in the Women and Child Development Department. Now, Anshul, bring us more details, please. What is emerging?
Are coming to the fore, as you rightly mentioned, a very, very heartbreaking story of how the people that the family trusted upon were the perpetrators of such a heinous crime that has come to the fore. Now, remember, in 2020 itself, the father of the victim had passed away, and since they were family friends, the mother of the child thought that it would be best for the child to go and stay with this government official. Now, remember, what is even more ironical in this entire story is that this Babu used to work as a deputy director in the Department of Women and Child Development of the Delhi government, and he was the person who was perpetrating this crime. Now, the father of the child had died in the year 2020, and since then, October 2020, and since then, he took the child with him, saying that he would take utmost care of her, about her future, about her education and etc. And over the next 6 months, that 14-year-old child was raped multiple times, and she was in such a trauma that over the last 2 years itself, she was not able to come out with this entire story. And it was only recently that she had an anxiety attack, and when she was admitted to the hospital, she had a lot of counseling that was happening around her, and in that counseling she came up with this entire ordeal of how she was harassed, abused and raped multiple times by the accused. And not only raped, but she was also pregnant, and the wife of the Babu was the person who gave her those pregnancy pills through which the child was aborted eventually. And now the medical legal examination of the accused has been done, but yes, the statement that needs to be recorded in front of the magistrate, the 164 section CRPC statement, that statement has still not been recorded, and that is the reason why both these accused have not been arrested. However, an FIR has been registered. In that FIR, sections of POCSO as well as 120B, which means that aiding and abetting the crime, has also been registered against the wife of the accused as well. Now, today what we are expecting is that the statement of the child would be registered in front of the magistrate, and once the statement is registered, we can expect that the police will go ahead and arrest both these accused who are involved in such a heinous crime. But yes, this again tells a story of how the people who are really very close to you are not even supposed to be trusted, because the kind of incident that has happened, this is definitely a big shocker, not only for the parents of the girl, for the family members of the girl, but also for the entire country, because there was so much trust that was entrusted upon this person that they let the child go ahead and stay with that person. And something like this happening for at least 6 to 8 months is definitely very shocking and very heartbreaking for her.
Okay, Anshul, there's a line of questioning I'm not understanding, so I'll come to you to get more context. I believe the BJP is actually raising questions on the DCW chief and asking her how she wasn't aware of this. But tell us, how senior was this official that the responsibility should be the DCW chief's here?
Well, if you see, he was the Deputy Director of the Women and Child Welfare Department of the Delhi government. Now, although this entire department is not related to the DCW in any way or any manner, but yes, questions are being raised on the DCW because we have seen how Swati Maliwal is actually very, very proactive when it comes to such cases. And over the last 24 hours since the case has come to the fore, or since the 13th of August, since that initial FIR has been registered, there has been no action or not a single word or reaction that has come up from Swati Maliwal in this entire case, and that is why questions are being raised on Swati Maliwal. Even this morning as well, we tried to reach out to Swati Maliwal, but yes, she still hasn't responded to our questions. She's still not ready to give out any sort of interview in this entire matter. We have seen how Swati Maliwal reacts when something happens in other states as well, which is out of her prerogative, which is out of her jurisdiction as well. We saw Swati Maliwal going to Manipur, Rajasthan and other states, Haryana as well, when cases of child abuse or rape cases had come up. But yes, in this case that has happened in the national capital, under her purview, under her jurisdiction, she has still not responded in any way or any manner, and that is why that is what has given the BJP a lot of ammunition to attack Swati Maliwal in this entire issue. And till it is 10:25 a.m. This morning, and still Swati Maliwal or the DCW has still not come up with any sort of reaction or any sort of statement in this entire story, and that is why we are seeing such political attacks that are happening on Swati Maliwal. But yes, this is a very, very shocking story, and Swati Maliwal should have reacted, should have taken some sort of action on this, or at least issued a notice to the police about the investigation that has happened a few days ago itself. Because remember, the FIR was registered on the 13th of August in this entire matter, when the girl had those anxiety attacks, post which she was admitted to the hospital. And in that hospital, while the counselling was being done, she came up with this entire ordeal, and then itself this entire FIR was registered. And since 13 today is 21st, it has been a week. There has been no statement, no action, no reaction that has come up from the DCW, and that is why she has become she is being attacked by all nook and corners of the Delhi political circles.
Okay.